Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining me again on the Give and Go. Season winding down, try to get as many player interviews as I could. Today, we have junior forward Hailey Santiago, fresh off a short conference tournament win. Hailey, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
First, I know we'll talk about this year, but just talk, excitement, back to back short conference champions, and in the short, that's pretty impressive because there's a lot of good competition.
It's an amazing experience. I mean, we've literally made history for our school for doing back to back, and that's just awesome. I'm so happy we did it.
And that itself is an accomplishment because, the past 10 years, Freehold has had some powerhouse teams. So, for the first time back to back, that's an accomplishment itself. Let's go back, we'll talk, you as a little kid, how old were you when you started playing soccer?
I was 4 years old.
4 years old. That seems to be the common 3 and 4. Did you play any other sports?
So I played softball. I did wrestling.
Ah,
I did karate. And then I started playing lacrosse towards middle school.
okay. Let's talk about wrestling and karate first before we get into soccer. More and more athletes, though, I see with basketball too, basketball players, they're doing either karate or judo or jiu-jitsu. Did you find that helping you, growing up?
Yeah, I think that how some people are scared of the ball and stuff. Well, I think that karate definitely helped me because it made me overcome my fear. I'm used to being hit, you know what I mean? And that helped me a lot with soccer.
That's great. I also noticed, gymnastics. Kids are doing gymnastics now, and they seem to be like their throw-ins are significantly further than.
Yeah.
It's impressive, and that's good. New York Times just came out with an article how basketball numbers are down because there's such a demand of time. They don't allow you really to do multiple things,
Yeah.
and you all the things you just stated. And wrestling. What made you get into wrestling?
My brother did it.
Okay.
And I just watched when he did it, and I was like, that seems like a lot of fun. So in middle school, I decided to do it.
How old's your brother?
He's 20.
20. Okay. Were you two very competitive growing up?
I'm still very competitive.
Do you have any other siblings?
Yeah, I have a sister and I have two sisters.
Older or younger?
I have a younger and an older.
Okay. Do you try to help your younger sister out? Does she play soccer?
Yeah, she plays soccer. She plays on FC Copa also, and I do as
Okay.
my best.
Okay. So it's probably a very competitive household. And your brother's outnumbered.
Very.
That's good. So what made you, what made soccer is your passion, obviously. What was it about the sport?
I don't know, I guess my dad did it when he was younger, and obviously he loved the sport, and he kind of just made us start doing it because he was maybe they'd be really good at it. And it was just when I was younger, it was just so much fun. I didn't even think about when I was gonna do it, what I was gonna do older or whatever. I just would watch the bigger games and be I want to be them. That's who I want to be.
You said your dad, has background in soccer. Does he, help you? Could you go to him if you have questions or, if you think maybe you had a bad game or something like that?
Yeah, I feel my dad's my biggest critic, if I'm being honest. He's my biggest fan and also my biggest critic. So he'll tell me if I do if he wants to help me with something, he'll help me out with it.
Okay. Yeah, that's, and I know parents who think their kids could do no wrong. So it's good that he, balance, if you do something wrong, he points it out. And, and if he's, you said, your biggest fan too. So I'm sure he, the season you're having, he's definitely cheering you on. So
Yeah, he's very proud.
do you remember your first coach?
It was him. My dad was my first coach.
And where was that?
It was on the town team.
Town? Did you grow up in Freehold?
Yes.
Okay, so you played in Freehold. Okay. When did you switch to FC Copa?
So my sixth grade year, in the beginning like of the fall, I was on town team, and then as soon as that season was over, I moved to Copa.
Okay. Taking away that he's your dad as a coach, how did he help you in your development?
He helped me with my confidence. I think that I've always just had like my confidence has just always been really bad, and he's been like helping me along the way, just like all my other coaches have been helping me with my confidence,
Mhm.
and that's like a big thing that he did for me.
Good. All right, let's talk about high school. You're going into your freshman year, you're going into school, it could be intimidating. What was some goals you set that you wanted to achieve during your whole high school career?
Well, I think one thing was I wanted to stand out. I wanted to like make a difference, and I think that like we made the difference by like making history by doing the short conference twice in a row. So it's like I made my goal. Like,
That's good. So states is next.
States is next.
You want Westfield again?
I would love Westfield, and I want revenge.
We'll talk a little bit about that game a little bit. Um, so freshman year, I know they had a huge senior class, so you weren't on varsity, but Dave, obviously me and Dave talk a lot, and he's just said, he said if he didn't have that huge class, you would have been right there, in the lineup. But any seniors or upperclassmen you were able to go to, to help you as a freshman?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really was like, it was like the COVID year, and like the varsity team was up there, and then we were the freshman team down here. We never really like talked, and
Okay.
like because like of Zoom and everything, I never really talked to any seniors or like even juniors. Like I wasn't really friends
That
with
was
them.
your freshman year,
Yeah.
COVID?
Well, it was like eighth grade. It was like the year
Oh,
after.
it was. I got my years mixed up in the outline. I got the years mixed up. You're right. Because last year was a normal season, your sophomore year. I apologize for that. So rewind. Did you think the season was going to happen? Your freshman year.
I was praying that would happen.
Okay.
No, I mean I was hoping it.
Yes. So that upper class doesn't really work because I know a lot of schools tried to keep the varsity and the freshmen all separate. I know a lot of schools did that. Okay. So that's kind of a little disappointment, especially with the great, they had, a lot of good kids on that team.
Yeah, they
So
did.
was Ryan a senior that year?
I believe so.
Okay. So that would, because Ryan, similar position as you, my question would be, what did she teach? But that's really disappointing.
Mhm.
So, all right. So let's go to software here then. I don't know why I thought I must have had the grades wrong, because I interviewed Gianna on Saturday and it was her sophomore year. And I was probably whatever. No, people are like, why are you rambling now? Okay. So sophomore year. My first question is, how hard is it to play a team like Manalapan 4 times in the season?
I think that the first time we
Was it four
played,
times, 3 times? You played them 3 times. Yeah.
but I think that it was difficult. I mean, the first time we played them, I think we beat them like 5-0, and we all came out with so much confidence. I remember Kelsey was like, "We have to beat them. Like this, there's like nothing like we have to beat them." And then the next game, like I think it was the semifinals of the Shore. I'm not really sure. I think it was that, but
Yes. That was a close.
I was as soon as they scored on us, we were like, "All right, we gotta start doing something," because like it was scary 3 games. Like every game was hard.
Yeah, they brought it. They brought it to you. And that short conference semifinal, that as a neutral fan, that was such a fun game to be at. And we'll talk about the RV game too. Obviously you're the only short team, so I'm actually rooting for Freehold. But usually when short teams are playing, I try to be not biased. But that RV game, just talk about that game, the RV game. Because you girls were up 3-1, I think, at one point, right?
Yeah.
And
So
then and then
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that game tries to go behind me, but like it was like I think we were winning 2-0 in the
yeah,
beginning.
that's what it was. It was 2-0. Yes. Then it
Yeah.
was 3-2. You were
And
losing.
then yeah, it was I think we were losing 3-2, right?
Yes.
And then we
And then
got a
Cat.
goal back. It was
Yeah.
like we had all the momentum up, and then I think that we were all above our heads because we were like, oh, we're winning 2-0. Like, we had
Yeah,
it in the bag already.
yeah.
And they came
And
out, like, played an amazing
and
game.
that goalie made some after it was 2-0, that goalie made some ridiculous saves that you don't see a lot on the high school level.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Cassidy scored the equalizer with about, I think, 6 minutes left around there. Was there like a sigh of relief, or you were like, okay, we got, now it's time, we got this?
There was definitely relief, and then we were like, all right, now that we have it back, it's like 0-0, we have to play our game.
Okay. Um, that was that was the sectional, because then you had to play Tom's River after that, right? In that game, they came out with a weird, he man marked Cassidy,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I think Ainsley and Kayla. I think he man marked three of them, if I
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember. Yeah. So you girls win that game. You had that game in hand, and then Westfield. Just talk the Westfield game. I wasn't there. 1-0, and they scored late, right? Wasn't that goal kind of later in the? Was that later in the game?
8 seconds left of the game.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, okay. 8 seconds left. So I know it was a long bus ride home, but what was said on the bus ride home? Because you only had one senior, so you knew the core of the team was coming back.
Yeah, well, I just remember it was a quiet bus ride. It
Okay.
was we were all like really upset, and there was a couple of us that were trying to like boost everyone's energy up because like we have next year obviously, but like
Yeah.
Elsie obviously being a senior, it was like really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talk. What did Kelsey mean to the team? She was the lone senior, senior captain. She anchored that back line. She did a great job all season. What did she mean? And what did she teach you? Her being a captain.
She was the leader of the team. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, without her, like I don't think we would have won the games that we did. And like she had such good confidence in herself. And that helped me with my confidence. I mean, looking at her, I was like, I need what she has.
Yeah, and people like there was some games. I think it was the RV game. It was 2-on-1, and they did a pass, and she just put her foot out and stopped it. Like it would have been like she did. I
Such
think
a
Garcia.
player and
Yeah,
really
and those are the things that don't get. I try to recognize those things, but those things don't get recognized, especially on the defense. I mean, it's usually it's about the goal scoring, rightfully so, but a play like that, could actually be what changed the game. I saw there was
very
I thought Grace on your team in the second half, Howell was putting a couple passes together, and they were attacking it. It was getting dangerous, and Grace made a stop, and it would have, if she didn't make that stop, I think it would have been a good scoring chance for Howell. And it's just something little like that could change momentum and everything. So
Chloe's
um
done that too so many times. Like their little defensive plays, even Sophie, and like
yeah, yeah.
helps, really does.
um so we'll talk this year. I always see, whether it's basketball or soccer, I always see a huge jump in improvement from players from sophomore to junior year. What was something you were looking to improve on?
I think that a big thing was like we needed people to step up. I think we want redemption obviously from last year, and obviously with like Cassidy gone, and like she obviously was like a big part of our team.
Mhm.
We needed people to step up, and I wanted to be like a leader on the team. It's like my junior year. I'm like the upperclassman.
Yep.
I want to like prove that I'm like a lot better than people think I am.
Yes, and you certainly, you definitely stepped up this year, right? You're leading the show right now. I know Shannon's close. Shannon from Mattawan is close. I think they're playing around the corner from me right now, actually. Um, what were goals? I mean, take out, you wanted to get back to the state finals. What were some team goals? I mean, a team like that, everyone knows the goals, title, A North, Shore Conference, sectional, then, state.
Overall.
But, like playing, forget about those goals. What are some other team goals that, were set?
So like in the beginning of the season, we have those scrimmages, right?
Hmm.
We our team is like a team that plays in the middle. We have Kayla, Ainsley,
Hmm.
and Danny, and
Yeah.
sometimes like Gabby will go up.
Yeah.
We're like we play in the middle. Like that's just how they play. And I think one of our goals was we want to like use the width of the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what we've been doing. Obviously, we still play middle. We're still playing that like that's a township game. We play through the middle, but we also have been working out going wide, and I feel like that's been helping us a lot better.
You brought up Cassidy, you know, bad injury. I know how disappointed she was, missing out. And part of it is because it is such a special team. You don't see how, team, you guys ended last year nationally ranked. You're gonna end this year nationally ranked. But what does it mean having, a player like that on the sideline almost every single game, cheering you on, coaching on the sideline?
It's like we need her. She's part of our team still, and even if she's not on the field, like her being on the sidelines is still helping us win, just like everyone else on the bench, like everyone. It's like a team sport, and even having her on the side helping us out, like she would be telling me things that I'd be doing on the field. She helps me out, and I need that.
You've, 18 goals now? 18 goals you have?
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. Is was Saturday's your biggest goal of the year? Yeah.
Most yeah, probably.
I mean, because Coach Patterson put together a tough schedule, and rightfully so. When I saw the schedule come out, what was it, April? I think it came out. I said, "Oh, that's a St. John Vianney basketball schedule right there because they schedule the best." And you have really, you've stepped up your game. And I told Dave yesterday, I said it's really nice, that there was reporters at the game, and I actually, because I was doing recaps, but I like just sitting at the game and watching and analyzing the players. And I really got to appreciate how good you are with the ball. It's not, when I'm just reporting, all right, somebody scored a goal, somebody passed the ball. But me sitting there, and analyzing the players, which is what I really like to do, how good you are. You made two cutbacks that I think how a defender might still be going right now. And I was with the coach, and we were both like, "Wow!" I go, that stuff I don't get. People don't appreciate that small stuff like that. So, so I just want to say, congratulations on in that, and me really getting to see you play, yet in the finals, see how good you really are.
Thank you.
Um, let's talk your senior year next year. What do you hope to pass on to the underclassmen?
I mean, obviously, as a sophomore last year, I'm gonna keep bringing up confidence because I feel
uh
like confidence is a big thing, and I think that with Kelsey helping me with my confidence, that's what I want to do. I want them to like be a part of the team. Like normally, like they're like freshmen, and then like everyone else up here because we all know each other. But I
Mhm.
want to like make sure everyone's like in the group. You know what I mean? We're like a family, and I think that their confidence, like I want to help with that.
And what does Coach Patterson mean? Because you say family, obviously he's been there a while, and he's developed a very strong program there. And you bring up that family, and how does he, push that and keep that going?
Well, he pushes all of us. He is always so positive, and that really helps. And he like even if like we do something wrong, he'll obviously say what we did wrong, but he'll be positive with it. He'll be like, "It's great that you did this, but you need to do this," and like it helps, and it really does.
Yeah, I hope I don't embarrass him. We were at my niece's game and his daughter's game Sunday, and a girl got hit in the face, and she was about to cry, and he was so like, and he's not, he's just there watching his Tesla, and he kept talking to her, and while the girl was playing, and you could see that she was every time he said something to her, she was calming down, and because she got smacked pretty good, but and it sounds like he does the same thing, on the sideline, for you girls. All right, let's talk states real quick. So who do you have first round?
I think New Brunswick.
New
Oh,
Brunswick. And
wait, let me look because I think either Yeah, it is New Brunswick. That's where we're playing first.
New Brunswick. Okay. So that, I mean, I don't. Sorry, I'm getting score updates. I didn't even know there was a lot of games going on today. Um, I don't know anything. I know East Brunswick's good. I know RV's good. Um, who else is in your bracket?
All right, so we have Heightstown, Hillsborough, RV, SB,
Uh,
Howell, Marlboro, OB, Jaysville or something like Jerryville,
So
Monroe.
you could be playing RV in the semis.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, after that, I mean, Howell and Alpin.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, semis. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be
right?
semi.
Yeah, it'd be semifinals, the sectional semis. He, or Howell. I mean, Howell played you girls good.
No, yeah, they did, and it's gonna. They're like Howell. I mean, they're like Manalapan last year. Them being honest,
Oh yeah, good
if
point.
they're gonna beat them again, they're gonna be even harder.
Because I even thought I didn't stay for the whole game, but the regular season game, I thought Howell played you very well. They had their share of chances. It's just teams that have a finisher, like yourself, Gabby, Ainsley, and Kayla. Um, that's why in the Premier League, the finishers get paid so much money because how hard it is to finish. So, do you hope to see Howell again, or do you want to play RV in the semis?
They're both really good teams. I mean,
Yeah,
I would probably rather play RB
okay,
just
different.
because, like, I feel like we're gonna get man marked for Howell.
Yeah, and it's so hard to beat it. I mean, you did it with Manalapan last year, but
It's
it's
difficult,
so hard to beat a team 3 times.
especially because they know like how we
Yeah.
play now. We played them
Yep.
twice.
So, all right. All right. We could stop talking about states now. When's that Wednesday? Yeah. Um, you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Okay.
Okay. Favorite movie?
Has to be Endgame.
Endgame. Okay. Favorite TV show?
Mandalorian.
Okay. Haven't watched that yet. Favorite food?
Sushi.
Sushi. Okay. Favorite school subject?
I have to say math.
Yeah. Do you get good grades?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like
all
not
you
amazing
athletes get good
classes I
grades.
must accept, but like I get good.
Yeah, all you athletes. I don't. That's the big joke when I was in high school and people my age, you either played sports or you got good grades. You didn't do both. Now you do both. What's your favorite number?
7.
7? And why not 17?
I just have Ronaldo.
Okay. Okay, that's good. What is something you enjoy doing in your free time other than soccer?
I mean, I guess hanging out with my friends
Okay.
is a good thing in my family.
Okay. Would you consider coaching or training when you're done with college, like little kids?
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay. And this question, the person I do the podcast with, who hasn't joined me for soccer season, and I'm very upset about it. He always asks this to the basketball players. What is your pump up song? You're getting ready to play a game, you got your headphones in.
Right now, it's Family Ties.
Family Ties. I think who sings that?
Kendrick Lamar.
All right. So I don't know music today. Like you ask me 90s and 2000s, I can answer, but I can't answer anything today. Okay. All right. Let's talk, your future a little bit. Your junior this is the year, you're allowed to talk to colleges, right?
Mhm.
After some deadline that seems like only soccer players have to deal with for some reason. What are you looking at with colleges? And you take the athletes, soccer out of it. Just like, does location matter, size, that kind of stuff?
I mean, obviously, I would like it to be a little bit closer to home,
Okay.
but the size of the school doesn't really matter.
Do they have to have a football team? That is the common answer I've been getting lately. Is they
Really?
got to have a football team.
It'd be awesome to have a football team. I mean, I would love to go to the games, but like that's not really like important to me.
Okay. And I'm not talking like a big school like Clemson or that, but even, small, a player family I'm close with. That wasn't why they picked the school, but it is a plus that they, Saturdays the school gets together. And
Yeah.
I have a basketball player that just texts me, they're not having a great time because, one thing that, there's no community feeling, and probably because there's no football team at that school, where all the students, get together one day. Do you know what you want to study?
So I either want to, and these are two completely different things. So I either want
That's
to study sports medicine or law enforcement.
okay. Law enforcement. You want to be a cop, or we'll just take that field real quick. Cop or
I would love to be in the FBI.
FBI?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Um, and sports medicine, like physical therapy,
Yeah.
or yeah, okay. A lot of people, a lot of players I've interviewed, especially because injuries happen a lot more often than when I was a kid, and you're dealing with physical therapy or reconditioning after a season and all that. Okay. Um, so we answered that. All right, my last question for you, then I'll let you go. If you could give yourself advice when you were younger, what would it be?
To keep working hard. Keep my
Did you
confidence.
not? Did you work hard when you were younger?
No, yeah, I definitely worked hard. But I mean, like,
Make sure.
I just like, I probably could have worked harder if I truly wanted to. Like, I obviously wasn't, I was amazing, like, I was amazing still when I was younger. But like, I guess my confidence was horrible when I was younger.
Okay.
Like, I would make one mistake and then I would be down on
Beat
myself.
yourself.
Yeah, and like that, as soon as my confidence goes down, like my playing style goes down, so I start to play bad. And I think that I just want to like help that.
I'll ask this since your dad was your coach and your dad, when he saw your confidence down, if you thought you played bad, did he, try to pick you up?
Yeah, he would tell me to just like take a deep breath and don't think about it. Just do you. That's what he would say. Do you.
All right. Um, that's all I have. I told Dave I was going to do this. You are the striker of the week for last week. So the Broad Street Dough Company striker of the week. So I would be getting you your gift card that you won. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You've had a couple weeks where you were definitely in the consideration. 8 North is it's so tough. You got Vanessa's having a great year. It's tough. Your teammates. Gabby won. A lot of goals one week. And Ainsley, Kayla. A North is tough to pick,
Yeah.
and then B Central's tough to pick because there's really only two teams in B Central. It's really hard to pick, and they've both been getting lit up. No offense, but they've been getting lit up, so it's really hard to pick a defender or a goalie. And so, but congratulations, you are the not Equine, Broad Street Dough Company Striker of the Week. So, but like I said, well deserved. You got the game winner in the championship game. Not many kids get to say that. So, oh, real quick, was that goal offsides, the one they called back?
Oh no, that was
I didn't
not.
think. Now I was on the others. I was on the Howell. I was where Ashley was goalie, and even the guy I was with, and we're just there watching the game, and like, how is that offsides?
She
And
ran.
especially where they put the ball, like where they marked, it made no sense.
It's not even that. It's like Gabby's body was going this way.
Hmm.
She was running into it. So I don't like it made no sense how that was offsides because there was
Yeah.
a girl right in front of her running with her.
Yeah, and I thought I don't want you commenting on this. I thought I don't want the ref watching this. I thought the ref was letting it get a little out of hand too. Both ways.
I
Both your
noticed that
teams.
so many times.
Yeah, yeah. And you don't want to see that, especially it was a very competitive, fun game to be, and but that's that. But congratulations on the short conference tournament. Good luck in states, and I'm sure I'll definitely be at the RV game because I want to see Kennedy again before she graduates. But good luck and thank you for taking time out today.
Thank you.